So if you've been playing Jujutsu Shenanigans for the past few days, you would have seen that they had a new collab recently featuring Chara from Jump Showdown and Yuji for JJS. And personally, this collab was a complete letdown. And I'm going to explain my thoughts and why I think this was a disappointing update. And if they do plan to do it again, they should really reconsider how they did this collab. Firstly, the actual content of the collab itself is obviously the two characters, Cursed Child in JJS and Yuji in Jump Showdown. And while this sounds cool at first, when you actually get to play both characters, you begin to realize that Chara has the exact same moves as she does in Jump Showdown. And you'll see that Yuji will have the same moves as he does in JJS. Now, this bums out a lot of people when they found out that it was simply just ripped from both games. And it makes people think that there was nothing creative they could have done. And while one could argue, what do you do when two Battlegrounds games want to collab? I mean, obviously you two could share characters, but it then depends what characters you two are going to share and how it affects both games. Because, as you know, Jump Showdown is simply a Battlegrounds game with a bunch of random characters. There isn't really a set niche. While for JJS, there is a set niche being Jujutsu Kaisen. On to my second point. When you do the collab, and you do eventually get both characters, there are also limited time. So, you don't even get to keep some characters when you even do it. Which most people would be happy because Chara herself is incredibly busted when it comes to the combat in this game. One being she has a really long dash. And second, I think about 90% of her moves can combo into each other off like ragdolls and down slams. Which means 90% of the time, if you waste your evasive early, you're getting hit with 60 true combos and like half your health is gone. Also, when beating Sukuna from Jump Showdown or Chara from JJS, you unlock two emotes. Obviously, one being the Cursed Child emote where you have the little fight button and the knife. And second, in I think Jump Showdown, you get the Hain Awakening, which simply just gives you 2 extra arms. That's it. That's the entire content update. 2 limited characters and 2 emotes. That's it. Now, why is this collab disappointing? I guess most people thought that when they were gonna do the collab, we'd get Chara in a more JJS style. If we go to Gojo, for example, both Jump Showdown and Jujutsu Shenanigans both have a Gojo. But the difference is, this Gojo is a bit more simple. There's nothing too crazy. You got 2 kicks, lapse blue, and a bunch of punches in that one scene with Miguel. While in Jump Showdown, he's got a more advanced, like it's more anime accurate in a sense. It's more visually appealing to one. But they're both the same character. Just one done in a more intense way, and the other is done in a more simpler, sillier way. Overall, I really think that they could have done better with this update. The idea of having 2 Battlegrounds games collab is something like I don't think any Battlegrounds game has ever tried to do. Which, I mean, it's good for starters to try out something and see how it goes. But I feel like instead of just ripping the characters from both games and calling it a day with 2 emotes, they could have done something more unique to it. Maybe rather than having just a knife and then having you kill someone with the knife to get the badge, you could have done a quest line. You could have done something more appealing to some people. Maybe it's more like, you know, you grab the knife, but then you have to like do certain puzzles. You have to get a certain amount of kills. You have to get a certain amount of things. Because both, but I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm not good at games or making quest lines. I just make videos. But overall, I feel like they could have done a little bit better. But what I think probably the best part about this update was the actual workshop. I think that was the better part of the update. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Did you like this update? Did you not? What are your feedback? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.